going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script, SmackDown, March 20th, 2020. We are on the road to WrestleMania. Are we even allowed to call it that anymore? We're on the road to WrestleMania. I'm on the road to fucking falling asleep. They clearly did not learn their lessons, man. Holy shit. Is there anyone... I'm genuinely speaking from the heart here. I really am. Is there anyone more ignorant? I'm an ignorant man. Believe me, I am very ignorant. Is there anyone any more ignorant and stubborn than Vince McMahon? I don't think so. I really don't think so. All that needed to be done tonight, if you were planning on having live segments on the show, was to watch Wednesday. Nothing that NXT did because they were following WWE protocol. All you had to do was watch Wednesday on TNT. Dynamite. AEW. WWE clearly did not learn their lesson. WWE clearly wanted to go for that apocalyptic end of the world vibe on SmackDown tonight. And what did they do, folks? They gave you a shit show that I'm not going to sit here and praise because of dire circumstances in the world today. We're on the road to WrestleMania, and this is the effort that they're putting in. Do you know what I was thinking about tonight? You know that gif of Big E eating the popcorn and just throwing the popcorn in his face and dancing around all excited? Why didn't we have the New Day out there on SmackDown? They're a SmackDown tag team, if I'm not mistaken. Why don't we have the New Day and other members of the WWE Performance Center out there being jovial and bringing life to the show and pretending that there really isn't anything going on in the world today? Why didn't we have that type of comedic feel to the show, that let loose, I'm just being myself and I'm trying to really entertain through genuine means type of attitude on the show tonight? You know how much different the show would feel if Big E was out there with Kofi Kingston and they were doing what MJF was doing on AEW Dynamite? And I know there'll be a couple of people in the comments section, oh, you're an AEW cocksucker, you're on Tony Khan's payroll. I wish I'd be making 20 times more than you instead of 10 if I was on Tony Khan's payroll. But this is what needed to happen. Do you know what it would be if someone like Eric Boogs was in the crowd playing air guitar and air drums, you know? Imagine the life that he would bring to the show. What I'm trying to get at is WWE failed on Friday last week. They failed on Monday, and they went into the show tonight not giving a shit. They did not give a single shit about anything, any of the negativity that came out of Friday and undoubtedly Monday. They didn't care. You know, I don't want to sit here and talk about AEW. I don't want to bring up the AEW effect. You guys know it's running rampant in WWE. But it's very difficult for me to sit here and not think what I'm about to tell you. I was thinking this about an hour in through the show. Not only was it the first thing that I complained about when I turned on SmackDown and I seen Michael Cole standing there and there's nobody there. Nobody there. They don't black out the arena to not show the chairs, the empty chairs that are sitting there. They just go about their own way. They go about their business in their own way, thinking that their way is right. Meanwhile, AEW did what was right because they had the fans' mentality in mind. They had, what would the fans think about an empty arena show with no life if they watched Dynamite? We don't want to give off a depressing vibe. We don't want to give off a end of the world, oh my God, the world is in a shit place and we don't know when it's going to get back to normal type vibe. That's what they did. They had the fans in mind. WWE does not. How many of you were thinking tonight, this is the third show that WWE has done under these circumstances. How many of you were thinking the same thing that I was? I'd love to know. Leave me a comment down below in the comments. This is your homework for this evening. How many of you were thinking that WWE, even though they were shit on by everybody, even though they had homework, they had the fucking Cliff Notes on Wednesday to do what is right, provided to them by AEW Dynamite. How many of you thought that WWE did what they did tonight, even though we know they were wrong? That WWE did what they did tonight because they feel that they could do the empty arena show, even though everybody knows this is the wrong way to go about it, that they could do the empty arena show like this for the foreseeable future and get it over. Got something in my fucking mouth. I got a piece of hair in my mouth. Hold on. There you go. I think I got it. Off the script, motherfucker. Off the script. I don't know where maybe it's my beard. I gotta trim my fucking beard. They closed the fucking barbers. What do you want me to do? That they could get the empty arena show over in its current inception, the way it is now, and not change a goddamn thing, instead of doing what AEW did, because if they went and did what AEW did, then they would just be giving up to their competition. How many of you thought that same exact thing? They didn't want to go and do what AEW did because AEW got critically acclaimed for it. They got praised for what they did. And now they're trying to do what they're doing tonight because if they went and did what AEW did, then they would be labeled a copycat. But I wouldn't even label them a copycat. I would label them as doing the right thing. But they're not doing the right thing. They're making their show feel Bush League. It's like I'm watching a minor league wrestling promotion. For all those people that tell me JD NXT is a minor league wrestling promotion, wrestling at a Full Sail University. Now WWE on Raw and SmackDown is a minor league production. That's what they're doing. That is what they are doing now because they refuse to be fun. They refuse to be open. They refuse to do things with the fans in mind. This is what they are doing. And please don't tell me that they're following the CDC or they're following the rules and regulations. Clearly, AEW is following the rules and regulations. There was more than fucking 50 people in that venue at any given instance around ringside. There was about over a dozen. There was a baker's dozen during that tag team match tonight between Heavy Machinery and Miz and Morrison, because they went into the crowd. I seen production staff and people with headphones on and people with walkie-talkies and people with cameras. So you mean to tell me that WWE couldn't provide additional staff as crowd, as fans to fill in on this night? Yeah, I'm sure WWE did the right thing. To the cocksucker, he did the right thing. To someone like Ryan Satan, he did the right thing. But WWE failed again on what was another worthless edition of SmackDown on Fox. And if you expect me to give them any type of break because of some fucking pandemic that's going on, give me a fucking break. You put on television, you are susceptible to my criticisms, bitch. You are susceptible to my criticisms, motherfucker. Don't think because, oh my God, woe is me, I gotta be nice now because there's some fucking bullshit going on. Give me a break. I do a job. I'm supposed to bring you the realistic approach to what we're seeing, not some sugar-coated bullshit. This show fucking sucked, as it usually does. Just now, more so than ever. Vince McMahon is surely getting his fucking insurance money back for WrestleMania, so what's the fucking big deal? Why can't he do this one for the fans? I swear to God, man. You're watching WrestleMania right before your very eyes. What you've seen tonight in the ring and what you've seen in the ring last week is WrestleMania right before our very eyes, folks. There's going to be no fans in attendance. It's going to be a closed set. Taped. WrestleMania will be taped from Full Sail. Or the PC. Not even Full Sail. That's an upgrade from what we're getting. The WWE Performance Center. Laughable. Absolutely laughable. What happened tonight? Paige was there via Skype. Paige was on the show via Skype. She Skyped in from her LA cozy apartment because she's locked down in California. They can't leave their houses for about 3 weeks, I assume. So Paige, via Skype, announced the SmackDown Women's Championship match, which was a 6-pack challenge. We'll go over the participants. It's like fucking Comedy Hour. This segment was Comedy Hour when I tell you and I unveil what WWE has put into this match. Laughable. Then WWE gives us a replay of John Cena versus Bray Wyatt from WrestleMania 30. Yeah, it's great. The match was bad. Wasn't a good match whatsoever, but they replayed the match and they gave you a reason to care about where the story kind of emanated from, what Bray Wyatt was and what he has become now with the Fiends. Did WWE go over that? Did they accentuate that fact? No. Did WWE show an old clip from 6 years ago and then use that to promote the WWE Network? Of course not. And then we got Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak's WrestleMania rolls, and we got a contract signing with Roman Reigns and Bill Goldberg. That was one of the worst contract signings in the history of contract signings. I don't know where all this animosity and anger is coming from. I don't know why everything feels so fucking forced, but my God, was that one of the worst produced contract signings in the history of this company. You talk about unorganic and unnatural. You want a definition in what those terms mean? Then you watch that contract signing tonight between Roman Reigns and Bill Goldberg. Fucking awful. Now, WWE, it's bad enough that Roman Reigns did nothing to get a championship match at WrestleMania. And please, spare me he didn't lose the title, he gave it up. What, a year and a half ago? You're still riding that fucking horse into the fucking mountains, are you, right? Give me a break. It's a year and a half ago. You're really reaching for that one, motherfucker. So now, instead of Roman Reigns earning a shot, they're justifying his title shot even further. First it was I'm next, and tonight, folks, they dug up a tweet from God knows how long ago to sell this feud. And the forced animosity between Goldberg and Roman Reigns was all over a tweet that was put out on Twitter. This show is fucking abysmal. And I'm still wondering where Mustafa Ali is. I don't know. I am genuinely downright concerned. Maybe he has the virus. Maybe he's in quarantine. Mustafa Ali is not in a 2-week quarantine. He's in a 8-month quarantine. Maybe he has something worse than what's going around right now. Bruce, Do you care to elaborate, Bruce? I'm worried. And so is everybody else. What you shouldn't be worried about is Off the Script. We're here every single fucking week, virus or not. I'm JD. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on the SmackDown review. If you missed anything that I uploaded this week, including Off the Script today, which went up around 2:30, it's doing great. I got to thank everybody for showing your support. I know that you're all home and you're either locked down or you're not being able to go to work. I'm here working through everything, and I want to thank everybody for your support. Subs are going up. The numbers have been the best that they've been in a very long time. Off the Script is nearing 20,000 views already just for today. Thank you guys so very much. Where are you guys on a normal week is what I want to know. But thank you guys so very much for all your support. If you missed Off the Script, we talk about everything WrestleMania. It being a taped show, it being taped from multiple locations, it possibly being postponed, and how the majority of the roster wants it to be postponed. What matches should take place, what matches should not take place. Clearly, WWE doesn't give a fuck because they added matches that have absolutely no business being on a WrestleMania tonight. So if you guys want to go check that out, link is down below, along with everything else. Monday Night Raw, AEW Dynamite, which seen Matt Hardy debut for AEW, Brody Lee, a.k.a. Luke Harper, debuts as the Exalted One for the Dark Order. And then we got some Resident Evil 3 remake gameplay. And then, like I said, Off the Script today. Everything you need is linked down below in the description of this very video. Follow me on social media at JDfromNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. And the podcast tonight is brought to you by my good friends over at Audible. audibletrial.com/offthescript. You guys get 30 days free of their service, including one free audiobook of your choice. Over 200,000 choices to choose from. Audible is awesome. Go get yourself a free audiobook just by listening to OTS tonight. That's audibletrial.com/offthescripts. SmackDown tonight started off with Michael Cole. Stood center ring. They didn't do anything, like I mentioned in the monologue in the beginning of this podcast. They didn't do anything at all to change anything from last week. He said he's sure everyone heard about WrestleMania, and that WrestleMania is too big for one night this year, so it'll be 2 nights and it needs a big name host. WWE has done everything to avoid saying and giving you the reason of what is going on. WrestleMania this year. Now it's too big for one night. Now it's 2 nights. Why don't you tell me the reason why it's going to 2 nights instead of acting as if anything right now is inconsequential? Why don't you tell me why it's going to 2 nights? This is what I don't like about the WWE. This is how disingenuous the WWE is. Would you do that as a business fucking person? Running a business, would you lie and be deceptive like WWE is? Why is WrestleMania moving to 2 nights? WrestleMania should have been a 2-night event for the last fucking 3 years, 4 years. Longer than that. Why are we going to 2 nights, Vince? Why are we going to 2 nights? Is it because we have a nationwide pandemic, a worldwide pandemic going on right now? That's why you're moving WrestleMania to 2 nights, right? Why don't you tell us why you're moving it to 2 nights and why you need to fit into the guidelines of what the government wants? Now it's too big for 2 nights. In front of no fans? From a fucking warehouse? Now it's too big for only 1 night? You gotta move it to 2 nights? Fucking bullshit. They act as if you don't have a brain. They act as if you don't know what the fuck's going on. Dire circumstances, Michael Cole says. Why don't you actually be a fucking human being and let me know what's going on? Are you prone? Or actually, are you immune to what's going on? What makes everybody else prone to the outbreak that's going on? And you guys living in the WWE bubble, why are you immune to what's going on in the world today? That's what I want to know. That's how ridiculous this company has become. Shit like that pisses me off. It's the little things like that that piss me the fuck off. dire circumstances. What the fuck is dire circumstances? What if you haven't watched the WWE in 6 fucking years and you decided to tune in tonight and you heard Michael call, oh, dire circumstances? What if you were in a fucking coma for 10 years and you decided to watch, hey, I'm going to watch WWE tonight on SmackDown. Oh, they're on Fox? That's great. Last time I watched them, they were on UPN. What if you were in a fucking coma tonight and you heard Michael Cole say, oh, dire circumstances is the reason why WrestleMania is moving to the PC, or why SmackDown is taking place in front of no fans? You'd be asking yourself, what the fuck is going on? You'd be asking yourself, what's going on? Why does everybody else have to report the news and WWE is immune or excused from reporting the news? This is not flowers and rainbows and sunshine, motherfucker. This is some serious shit. WrestleMania is not immune to the world's issues, okay? You're not doing a service to anybody. You're not doing a service to anybody. I don't watch this shit to fucking waste my fucking worries and leave them in the fucking backyard. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to get satisfaction out of what you're doing, and I am not a happy customer, Vince. I don't give a fuck how much money you're losing. We all know you're making your insurance money back. We all know you're going to get every dime that you owe or that is owed to you for WrestleMania. Every dime, every penny that you are owed for WrestleMania, you're going to get back. So why are we acting as if nothing is going on? I don't get it. Jesse texted me. Blood and guts will not take place this week. Yet WrestleMania is happening. I was looking forward to Blood and Guts more than I was looking forward to WrestleMania. Shame on you. Shame on you. Mojo Rawley was in the ring with Michael Cole. And you know what was coming next. I put my head down in shame. I did not want to see what was about to happen. Mojo Rawley spanked Michael Cole, took the microphone away from him, which is something that a lot of people should do every single week. Spanked him. Yes. Michael Cole smiled. He laughed. He was enjoying the spanking by Mojo Rawley. Social distancing clearly wasn't an issue here for Michael Cole and Mojo Rawley. Yet they can't have fucking live audience members in the crowd sitting next to each other. Mojo Rawley introduced Rob Gronkowski, who came out dancing to some awful theme music. And he was wearing his suit, and underneath his suit, he was wearing his WrestleMania gear. I don't know who's going to buy Rob Gronkowski gear for WrestleMania. I really don't. In fact, people are buying toilet paper and what they need as far as essentials for the impending lockdown, yet WWE is asking us to go out and support Rob Gronkowski in his time of need as he hosts WrestleMania, quote-unquote, WrestleMania. Now, I don't really care for Dana Brooke. I don't, and I'm going to use her as an example here. Dana Brooke is terrible. She's awful. She's downright miserable inside the squared circle. One of the worst I've ever seen. Doesn't belong in a wrestling ring at all. The creamed corn and mashed potatoes at Titus Catering are worth more than Dana Brooke. But does Dana Brooke have any merchandise? There's one thing I know about Dana Brooke is that she's been on the road with WWE, so much so that they offer her a 5-year contract to stay with the company. Does she have any type of merchandise on WWE Shop? Has it ever been promoted on WWE Shop? Yet Rob Gronkowski is announced last week as a WWE roster member, shows up on SmackDown this week, and then gets 2 shirts in WWE Shop. If you buy Rob Gronk's t-shirts, you are a complete fucking shill. You are worse than a Sam Roberts or a Corey Graves or any of those guys. Any of those guys, you are worse than any one of them. You're worse than a Peter Rosenberg at that point. You are the Peter Rosenberg of WWE if you go out and buy this shit. Awful. Absolutely awful. So, Michael Cole is in the ring with Gronk. Cole asked him if it's been a dream of his to be a part of WrestleMania. Gronk says he's been watching since second grade in Buffalo. From the nosebleeds. He talked about being at past WrestleManias in front of 80,000. He said he is here in front of 0 people, and he's still hyped. Well, you may be the only one, bro. Mojo said the target is on his back, and he's there to watch his back for him. So I'm surprised that Mojo is actually getting a spot here with Rob Gronk. And if there's anything to come of this, Mojo Rawley is on his hands and knees thanking the wrestling gods that WWE signed Rob Gronk. Because if they didn't, this guy would still be in catering. And now that he's signed with the WWE, Mojo now has a storyline and a partnership waiting for him on TV. Unbelievable. So, they began chopping each other because they're best friends and they're hyped. Then Mojo went after Cole and once again got within, face-to-face distance, social distancing. It doesn't really matter here. And Baron Corbin walked out. And then I collectively heard a lot of remote controls being picked up from all across the world. Baron Corbin walked out, told Gronk to get down on his knees. What, he's already spanking Michael Cole. What else do we fucking need to see? Seriously, Corbin. Choose your words wisely, bro. Now, I mentioned this on Off the Script. As soon as Rob Gronkowski was going to be in a WWE ring, who would be his perfect opponent as a first match in WWE? Cue Baron Corbin. Guy has absolutely nothing going on for him. The guy is a proverbial loser. So why not offer yourself up in another loser role and do the job for someone who hasn't even learned how to throw a fucking wrestling punch or how to learn how to do a lockup, you know? Baron Corbin and Mojo Rawley is going to be one of the first major programs, or maybe. We might get that. But Baron Corbin and Rob Gronkowski is going to be one of the major programs on SmackDown. That's what your future has awaiting for you, folks. I don't know what else to say. I mean, someone hand me a shot of bleach and make it a triple. Make it a triple, please. So Baron Corbin says he's been a party guy and he's been in the NFL. He said Gronk is used to wearing padding and helmets, but they don't do that in WWE. He said if he wants to have a good time as host of WrestleMania, he better fall in line like everyone else or he'll make sure his party is over. I need you to tell me that Rob Gronk's party is over. Bro, the party's been over since the virus struck the United States. WrestleMania's party is over when you announced that it would be in front of an empty performance center. I don't need you to tell me about Rob Gronk's party. In fact, Rob Gronk's party should be the party that we all want to be at. Because there'll at least be life there and music and fucking big tits and nice ass and fucking blue ocean on some fucking $4 million yacht. That's where the party should be. Give me a fucking break, man. So, Elias comes out, and he walked out because he's feuding with Baron Corbin. He had a song ready to go, and he wants Baron Corbin to listen to it. Nobody else wanted to listen to it because I'm sure it fucking sucks. Corbin asked if he listens to his little song, will he go away? Elias said yes. I wish if Elias played and Baron Corbin listened to it, the show would fucking cut off immediately and we wouldn't have to watch this shit tonight. He's saying that he doesn't think Corbin will survive and he wishes people were there to see it live. Corbin didn't like Gronk laughing, so they got face-to-face and social distancing wasn't a issue here. Trash talked each other. Gronk shoved Corbin over a kneeling Mojo Rawley, prankster style, from behind. Mojo celebrated and dared Corbin to keep talking trash. Elias then attacked Corbin. Corbin fled from the ringside area. Gronk then said he loves the idea of a match between Elias and WrestleMania. Let me repeat that if you guys are as stunned as I am. Gronk said that he loves the idea of a match between Corbin and Elias at WrestleMania. This is the guy that said he sat 80,000 deep in the nosebleeds at WrestleMania. Yet Corbin and Elias is a WrestleMania match, to him, that needs to be on WrestleMania. This is what Gronk was signed to come on this show and confirm for us, folks, that Elias and Corbin will go one-on-one at WrestleMania. You want to know what the bathroom break is going to be on this show? WWE is telling you right then and there. They're giving you an early advance on what the bathroom break is going to be at this show. Awful. Fucking terrible. Sami Zayn, one of the best things about this show. Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cesaro backstage. He said they were headed to the ring for tag team action. I was told there was going to be no matches on this show. We got 2 matches. So it was Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Drew Gulak and Daniel Bryan. I honestly, if I told you I paid attention to this match, I would be lying to you. I really would be lying to you. Sammy was on commentary, said he won't have to explain to Michael Cole because Michael Cole said what makes an artist an artist. He says they are undeniable. He said he just has an eye for talent. Cole said there are no WWE fans in attendance because of the dire circumstances in the world, which is part of the reason why I went on a rant in the beginning of this show. Dire circumstances. Please tell me what is going on, Mr. Michael Cole. So, we had Bryan blind tagging himself in, sunset flip Cesaro for a roll-up for a 3 count. Gulak blocked Nakamura from breaking up the cover, and Sami yelled about how unfair this ending and outcome was. That was it. If you guys wanted me to go over the match, good luck. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody. So Michael Cole said we would get a recap of John Cena versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 30. He also hyped a Paige return on SmackDown tonight. So they went, and before they went to the Bray Wyatt-John Cena match, we got WWE over the next 3 Sundays leading into WrestleMania. WrestleMania will air in its entirety on ESPN starting with WrestleMania 30. So, one of 2 things is happening here. Number 1, WWE is very close to nailing down a contract with the ESPN to sell their pay-per-view rights to ESPN+. That's been the long-going rumor. And this is just a test run, I would say, for WWE to do that. And number 2, ESPN has no legit sports to show on ESPN. So they might have actually been helping WWE in this instance and paid for the rights to showcase WrestleMania on ESPN just out of the sheer fact that they have no sports to show on ESPN. So they're buying 3 WrestleManias of recent memory to show in its entirety throughout ESPN on a random Sunday leading up to WrestleMania 36 from the Performance Center. I guess it's smart. Those shows went nearly 8 hours long. Can you imagine those shows 8 hours long with commercials through 8 hours? Man, that's going to take up the entire fucking 24-hour TV block on ESPN for that given Sunday. They don't have to worry about anything on that Sunday. Might be looking like ESPN is getting ready to buy the services of WWE, and WWE is about to sell their streaming pay-per-view rights to ESPN to air on ESPN+. This might be a step in that direction. They hyped that more than they hyped the WWE Network before showing this John Cena match against Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 30. So they showed the entire match. It was great to see the Exalted One on WWE television after he was just on TNT on Wednesday. He was on TNT on Wednesday, and he was on USA Network on Friday. It's no Rick Rude situation appearing on Nitro and Raw at the same fucking time, but I'll take it. And if the Exalted One has anything to say about this, he would have canceled this match from airing completely. Now, I didn't realize how bad the John Cena Bray Wyatt match was. That match was fucking terrible. It was awful. It was more about, the ending than anything else. The ending just soiled everything that they could have possibly ever done in that match. So I give them no credit. Just looking back at it, it's still just as bad as it was then as it is now. And two, I think I'm a good businessman. I really do. I run my own thing at home. I do my own thing. You would think if WWE is showcase, and I asked them to do this, which was fine. But I got to get on them for being lazy because they don't know any better. It's like the WWE Network doesn't even matter to them. You would think that if WWE was going to show John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, A, they would announce it in advance and get people ready for the rerun that they were about to show and why they were doing it. B, in no way, shape, or form did they promote the WWE Network. Oh, if you guys want to watch WrestleMania in its entirety from WrestleMania 1 all the way up to WrestleMania 35, you have the WWE Network, which has the entire catalog of WrestleMania. If you guys want to go and watch John Cena's WrestleMania moments, you can watch them on any given night during a specific WrestleMania. All in the catalog on the WWE Network. Did they do that? The answer is no. They didn't even bother selling the WWE Network. It was just, here's John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. The match was terrible. And they want to give you the most simplest way possible to tell the story. They figured that they could show the match and show the match that Bray Wyatt was talking about and give everybody a reason why Bray Wyatt said this was the match that ruined his career and the match that happened and gave birth to The Fiend. I need more than that. Meanwhile, at the same time, you could be boasting about the WWE Network, which you failed to do. It's like they don't even give a shit. It's like they don't care. So, I did not watch. I walked away. And then when we had the match come to its end, we go back to Michael Cole. Back to Michael Cole. He introduced Paige. She appeared on the big screen from Los Angeles because obviously they're taking their social distancing to the utmost extremes. Nobody's allowed to leave their house. Bayley and Sasha Banks came to the ring. Bayley then said with Paige on the big screen, "Welcome to our show." She said, "Finish what she's saying so the world can move on." Paige then mocked Bayley. Bayley mocked Paige's accent, calling everyone baby girl in the worst accent of Paige I've ever seen. Paige said that they have to know it takes more than greatness to change people's hearts. It takes courage. And any woman who laced up the boots showed courage that they do lack. She called them bullies. Bayley said she's the most dominant heel in SmackDown history and nobody past, present, or future can beat her. She said, "Paige, if you want to do something about it, you can." "Oh, but you can't fight." That's right. So Paige said her passion has been taken away from her and it breaks her heart every day. Paige says it's WrestleMania season and that means she can't wait to see who takes Bayley's title. She said her good friends at Fox asked her to announce the match at WrestleMania. Was it Fox or was it Vince? Because I'm sure Fox doesn't give a shit about Bayley's SmackDown title run. Bayley said she's had such a good year she's thinking of skipping WrestleMania. Bayley has the right idea. I wish. Paige announced she's scheduled to defend against Lacey Evans. I'm like, here we go. Ha 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 ha. Another match that does not need to be, nor deserves to be, on WrestleMania. Bayley said she's already beaten her at the Royal Rumble. So then Paige said she'll defend the title against Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke in a title match at WrestleMania. Oh my God, man. Oh, jeez. I wonder if Dolph is going to use that for some of his material in his next comedy act. Oh, shit, man. That's some funny shit. Dana Brooke at WrestleMania. Bayley laughed just like I was laughing. She said, "Do you want to add Tamina to that?" Please. Why would you go and say that, Bayley? Oh, my God. So what does Vince McMahon do? Bayley says, does she even work here anymore? Look at that line. Does she even work here anymore? So Bayley is already refuting the fact that A, she doesn't even belong in WrestleMania, and B, she fucking sucks. The fuck you gonna do, add Tamina Snuka to a WrestleMania card? Oh my God. What does Paige do? Paige said that she'll add Tamina. If someone, I swear to God, if someone could give me a legit reason why Tamina Snuka belongs in this match, I'll mail you a fucking t-shirt. And I'm very confident in that. Nobody will come up with a legit reason. Nobody. So Paige says she's going to add Tamina to the match. I'm sure Tamina's going to walk down the aisle at the PC with a plate of fucking fried chicken and mashed potatoes and a side of fucking pinto beans from Titus Catering. Because that's where she'd be coming from. So Paige said, since Bayley is so dominant, she's adding Naomi to the match. I'm fine with that. I'm a fan of Naomi. And Sasha yanked the microphone and said, you bitch, how dare you do this to my friend? Paige says she's glad she chimed in finally because she has one more woman to add, Sasha. Now, I gotta say, Sasha's outfit was looking absolutely fantastic tonight. I'm sure Mikaze did the outfit. He does all of the outfits for Sasha, I believe. Fantastic stuff. Unbelievable stuff there with Sasha Banks' outfit. I was thinking to myself, man, she should wrestle in that. She looks pretty damn good. Mikaze's a lucky woman, I'll say that. Anyway, Sasha eyed Bayley's title, smiled, and she looked intrigued. I was intrigued by the Sasha Banks announcement only, but we all know what's going to happen here. Lacey Evans more than likely will pin Tamina or Dana Brooke and win the Women's Championship, because this is what Vince McMahon wants. Folks, Vince McMahon, even though the WrestleMania show is taking place inside the Performance Center, Vince is going to get what he wants. Vince is getting Roman in the main event of WrestleMania on Sunday night. Vince is getting Lacey Evans as his Women's Champion. Vince is getting everything he wants. Even though WrestleMania is not taking place in front of 80,000 people. You think Vince is going to go and put on a WrestleMania in this capacity and not do what he wants to do? Lacey is walking away with that championship for no other reason but she's sucking Vince's cock. Simple. You bitch, says Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks got added. So, Sasha and Bayley, I know a lot of people were telling me this should be Sasha and Bayley. Why would you ever wish that upon them? No, we need Sasha and Bayley when the time is right, when the feud is right, when both of their stars align in front of actual living human beings, not an empty performance center. You want to have Lacey Evans win the fucking title inside an empty performance center? That goes hand in hand with how Lacey Evans is received by the fan base anyway. It's as if she is performing in front of no fans anyway. She gets no reaction. So by all means, Lacey Evans winning the title at WrestleMania would be exactly that. Lacey Evans winning the title in front of 80,000 people. You have 80,000 people not giving a shit instead of the empty arena. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same fucking thing. So Bayley stormed off. Sasha looked sympathetic because Bayley has been announced to defend her title in a 6-pack challenge. A 4-loser challenge, and then you got Bayley and Sasha. That's my take on that. So, Sami Zayn, obviously he's the Intercontinental Champion. Bryan and Gulak were backstage post-match, stretching and discussing their win. In walks Sami Zayn with Shinsuke and Cesaro. He said they shouldn't be celebrating that joke of a win. He said they squeaked out the win. He asked when they start listening to the Great Liberator instead of this nobody and pointed to Gulak. And Sami said he's untouchable. Bryan said he's barely the Intercontinental Champion. He challenged him to a match for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Sami said if Gulak could somehow, some way defeat Shinsuke Nakamura next week, then he'd happily agree to an IC title match. Bryan said, you are on. So there we go. We got Gulak versus Nakamura And if Gulak wins, Bryan is getting an Intercontinental Championship match. I'm all for that. I think that's great. Now, I love the team of Gulak and Bryan. I love the way that they look tonight. They look great. I would be okay if we seen a little bit more of that on WWE TV. Now, if Bryan and Zayn, which is obviously going to happen because you're not going to have a WrestleMania without Daniel Bryan. I mean, that's like fucking a downright sin at that point. If we get Bryan and Sami Zayn, which more than likely we will, Bryan's going to inevitably become the Intercontinental Champion. Imagine what we're getting with Gulak and Bryan now is just temporary, I assume. Gulak is a natural-born heel. If Bryan wins the Intercontinental Championship from Sami Zayn, which I think could be a great match if WWE allows them to go, and we get Bryan as the IC champion against Drew Gulak. Man, oh man. Two things I'm thinking about right now. Number one, the matches that those two could have for the Intercontinental Championship could bring the Intercontinental title back to where it belongs. Number two, just think about where Drew Gulak was at the start of SmackDown on Fox. A bum, a jobber, a loser. And it took Daniel Bryan and his creative input to bring Gulak out of the doldrums in catering and put him on TV. Bryan wanting to work with Drew Gulak out of sheer respect for what Gulak is and who Gulak is as far as a wrestler goes, a pro wrestler goes. Bryan wanted to work with Drew Gulak. And now we could be looking at a 2020 Intercontinental title feud with Gulak and Daniel Bryan over the IC title. You ain't going to get a fucking complaint out of me, man. I think that's awesome. I think that is fucking great. Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan, I figured, was where they were going to go after last week. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's going to be an empty arena. Bryan winning the IC title, going on to hopefully defend the title against Drew Gulak. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Speaking of the Intercontinental Championship, I got to talk about Braun Strowman. Because Braun Strowman clearly does not know how to use social media. I think Braun Strowman is a complete fucking idiot. And the guy obviously does not have a single logical thought in that empty tin can fucking brain of his. So, we're all going through a hard time. People, a lot of people, including pro wrestlers, are going to be out of a job. If you're an independent worker on the indies, your company's either closed up shop, they won't be able to have any shows for the foreseeable future. Who knows if they'll be able to even bounce back and have any shows, period. Those operations may be closed up and you may be out of a job. This is how they make their living, by working show to show, venue to venue, promotion from promotion. That's how they make their living. If they don't have that, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? So, Evil Uno, the Dark Order's Evil Uno, AEW's Evil Uno, posted on Instagram suggesting that people help indie wrestlers who are out of work. This triggered Braun Strowman, who unloaded on the idea. Now, Braun Strowman, I don't know where he is. He's probably home on lockdown. I don't know where the fuck he's emanating from. But clearly the guy was either A, drunk, or B, just a complete fucking retard. And he used his fingers without thinking before posting on Twitter. He says this, and I quote, "Here we go with more of the somebody pay my bills stuff. If you can't afford to pay your bills, maybe you should change professions. That's why I quit strongman. I loved it, but I couldn't afford to live. So instead of making a GoFundMe or a Patreon wanting someone else to take care of me, I went out and worked harder than I ever have in my entire life to get where I am today." What happened to being accountable for your own actions? He then commented a few moments later saying, and for anyone that goes, that's easy for you to say, you're a WWE superstar, just and for your information, 7 years ago, I moved to Florida. with everything I owned in a Kia Soul with $150 to my name when I started this. That's what he said to Evil Uno. That's what he said to Evil. First of all, why is he even commenting on Evil Uno's page? Yet AEW is irrelevant and non-existent to the folks in WWE. Yet you got Braun Strowman, who's one of the more recognizable names in WWE, commenting on the irrelevant post made by Evil Uno, who works for AEW. It's amazing to me how people don't think that there's an AEW effect. Everybody in WWE knows there's an AEW effect. I mean, for Christ's sakes, Braun Strowman can thank AEW for getting him that nice 5-year contract and a raise that he does not deserve. Spare me, Mr. Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman, first of all, pro wrestlers do not know how to use Twitter. Number one. I'm getting that out there right now. If you are a pro wrestler and you're listening to me, you fucking blow at social media. You do. I'm sorry to tell you. You fucking suck dick at using social media. Me, I'm a social media god. I'm telling you right now. I say what I say. I watch what I say. I mean everything I say. And the only people that don't like what I say are the people that are afraid of the truth. This is a fucking idiot. This guy, Braun Strowman, is a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, you're working for WWE. You working for WWE now means that everybody else needs to go and find another job because they have been put out of work because of circumstances beyond their control. You're okay because you work for the biggest pro wrestling company in the world, and who the fuck are you to tell anybody else to give up on their passion, their love, and the one thing that they care about most in this world because of situations beyond their control? Who the fuck are you to put them down? Seriously. Braun Strowman indirectly shit on every independent pro wrestler in the industry because he works for WWE. He has job security. They don't. And now he's throwing it intentionally in their face because they're out of a job and he isn't, because Daddy Vince is going to be paying his fucking bills. He's going to be receiving a check no matter what, while everybody else is out of work. How much of a scumbag could you possibly be? You're a fucking cocksucker, Braun Strowman. You are a fucking piece of human shit. Shitting on people because they don't have a job because of the fucking pandemic that's going on. Here's a fucking tip, Braun Strowman, and this is coming from somebody that's been watching wrestling as long as you've been alive. You're fucking trash in the ring, okay? Who the fuck are you to tell anybody to go find another line of work when you can't even do the line of work that you're in correctly? Oh, right here. Yeah, let me fucking roam around the ring like a fucking asshole. That's all you do. As far as I'm concerned, Roman Reigns made you. Roman made you. Without your feud against Roman, who the fuck is Braun Strowman? I'm waiting. Yeah, because you work so hard, right? You work so hard. You work so hard at just getting by. You do literally nothing to entertain anybody watching this fucking show. You are like a rerun to fucking Seinfeld after 10 seasons. You fucking piece of shit. Yet, I'm not even why I'm comparing you to Seinfeld. At least I laugh and find entertainment in fucking Seinfeld. When you're in the ring, I find entertainment in nothing you do. Nothing. You are a human piece of shit. How dare you? Yes, because everybody else is out of a job and you work for WWE, that gives you the right to fucking comment like that? Yes. Thank you for bringing awareness to Evil Uno. Evil Uno has more fucking class than you could ever have, clown. Moving on. We go to hour two. Hour two. We get Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. She asked about the Kabuki Warriors. I don't know why. I don't care. Nikki yanked the microphone from Kayla Braxton, who interviewed and ranted about the Warriors briefly. Bliss then calmly took the microphone from her and addressed the camera. Bliss challenged Asuka to a match next week on SmackDown. Great. Now I know what I will not be watching on SmackDown. We got the dirt sheet, which was probably the best thing on this entire show, and that says a lot coming from me. Miz says that they should ask the audience who they think they should face for their tag team championships at WrestleMania. How about nobody? How about nobody? Who's to say? Who is there that honestly thinks the Miz and Morrison belong on WrestleMania in the circumstances that we have been given with WrestleMania this year? Moving to 2 hours, right? How long do you want these? 2 hours. I wish it was 2 hours. Moving to 2 nights. Who's to say that one night is not enough at 8 matches? That's fine. You want to move WrestleMania to 2 nights and have 8 matches on both nights to fit in your fucking propaganda and fit in your agenda? Why don't you save these matches for after WrestleMania? Why do we need the women's tag team championships to take place on WrestleMania? I mean, who could fucking possibly give a single shit? You don't need to get everybody on WrestleMania's card. Why does Miz and Morrison need to be on WrestleMania? Why do the SmackDown Tag Team Championships need to be on WrestleMania? The New Day haven't been on SmackDown for 2 weeks. We've seen more New Day in a fucking rerun from the Elimination Chamber than we've seen all WrestleMania build. Yet they're fighting the Usos next week to find the number 1 contender for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. That means the Usos and the New Day are fighting over the fact that one of them will only go to WrestleMania. WWE is going to leave the New Day or the Usos off of WrestleMania? Wow. Holy shit, maybe I do have a chance with Tony Storm. Oh my goodness. Anyway. This was the most entertaining thing on the show. Do I think the fucking tag team titles need to be on WrestleMania? No, I do not. I absolutely do not. So Miz says that they should ask the audience who they think should face their tag team championships at WrestleMania. Then off camera we see an edited version of Miz and Morrison dressed as Big E and Kofi imitating the New Day. Morrison is in a giant blow-up unicorn outfit. Miz did a pretty good imitation of Big E. Then they aired Miz and Morrison imitating the Usos. I would actually enjoy Miz and Morrison's playing the Usos more than the Usos playing the Usos. They were great. They did this perfectly. I loved it. Then they cut to the Miz and Morrison dressed up as Heavy Machinery. They were dressed up in strips of bacon. They had bacon Halloween costumes on, imitating Heavy Machinery. So Heavy Machinery argued with the New Day. Then they agreed that they were stupid. Then we went back to Miz and Morrison in the ring. They said no one can decide who should face them at WrestleMania for the tag team titles. Morrison said they should probably take the night off. It's the second time we heard that tonight. Bayley wants to take the night off. Miz and Morrison want to take the night off. Why don't you listen to Papa JD and take the fucking night off? Because these matches do not need to be on WrestleMania. Especially given the circumstances that we're in right now. The dire circumstances, Cole, that we're in right now. So we got Miz and Morrison versus Heavy Machinery. This one went to a DQ. Miz and Morrison win via DQ. Ziggler came out and he obviously interrupted or wanted to interrupt Otis. So Ziggler came out laughing and he sat by commentary. There were no fans to cheer Otis doing the caterpillar. Ziggler stood up on the commentary table and interrupted. Said he knows he's smitten by his kitten, Mandy. He showed pictures of them together that we've seen on Twitter and Instagram. Look at how happy we are. It's sad you'll never know what that's like. You're probably a good guy. Good guys finish last or alone, says Dolph Ziggler. Otis was on the verge of crying. This meant nothing to me without the crowd because the crowd was the main catalyst in this entire thing. Ziggler wished him better luck next time. Otis chased down Ziggler, caught him as Ziggler tried to leave over the barricade. Michael Cole said, "What will Otis do when he finally gets his hands on Dolph Ziggler. I don't know, Michael Cole. You seen the fucking replay of the Elimination Chamber tag team match. Didn't Otis get his hands on Dolph Ziggler in the Elimination Chamber match? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? He got his hands on Dolph then. Now we're wondering what he's going to do? Hopefully when he does, again, it's better than what we've seen inside the Elimination Chamber. That was weak. That was weak. So, Otis chased down Dolph. He caught him as Ziggler tried to jump over the barricade. Otis picked up a chair. Miz and Morrison yanked it away from him and attacked him. Then threw him back into the ring. Otis clotheslined both of them over the top rope back to the outside. Otis made a comeback and threw Morrison into the steps, and then he threw Miz into the announce table. Morrison leapt off the announce table. Otis caught him and threw him into the ring post. And Otis then plowed Miz into Morrison at ringside, driving them both through the barricade. Tucker tried to talk to Otis into putting the chair down because he picked up the chair and wanted to go to town on everybody. He didn't listen to Tucker. Instead, he took some deep breaths and he smashed Morrison, and the ref DQ'd him. That was it. So maybe we're getting a fatal four-way? Maybe we're getting a fatal four-way? Because Heavy Machine, or maybe I don't know what we're getting. Maybe we're getting Otis and Tucker versus Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania. I don't know. Or something with Mandy and Sonya. I don't know. The rumor is that's what the plans call for. I don't know why we're getting it with no fucking crowd, but we'll see what happens. But I cannot envision WWE booking the New Day and not the Usos, or the Usos and not the New Day at WrestleMania. It's not what they do. It's not what they do. Do I care about the tag team titles on WrestleMania? The SmackDown tag team titles? I don't. The dirt sheet was probably the most entertaining thing about this show. I love the interactions between Heavy Machinery, Miz and Morrison, Usos, Miz and Morrison, New Day, Miz and Morrison. That was entertaining shit. I'll give them that. More of that, and maybe they'll grow on me. Michael Cole stood in the ring to introduce this contract signing. Reigns came out, then Goldberg. They tossed the chairs out of the ring and over the top rope. Ooh. Oh my God. Where is this intensity coming from, Roman? Where is this intensity coming from, Bill? Over what? What is the issue here? Are you telling me that you're angry that Bill does a better spear than you? Bill, are you telling me that Roman does a better spear than you? Why are we throwing chairs? Where is this anger coming from, Vince? If you can tell me where this anger is coming from, please leave it down below, because I certainly don't know, and I'm one smart motherfucker. I can't pinpoint where this anger is coming from at all. So they tossed the chairs and made everything look cool and intense. Cole asked them to relax. Relax. Cole said no one saw this match happening in a million years, but it's going to happen. I don't think anybody wants to see this match happen. Ever. Never mind a million years. He asked Goldberg after he won the championship at Super Showdown. He asked who's next, but who did he expect to answer the challenge? Goldberg then asked Michael Cole, or said to Michael Cole, I was hoping it would be Roman Reigns, but I didn't think he'd have the balls to come out and face me. Cole asked Reigns why he took the challenge. Reigns says he's been fortunate that all of the greatest have chosen him. Cena, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, and they all lost to me too. You know, that's funny. That's funny. We're talking about WrestleMania here, Roman. You didn't wrestle Cena at WrestleMania. And Brock at WrestleMania? Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Reigns. Didn't you lose to Brock at WrestleMania not once, but twice? Oh, maybe Seth Rollins, but you didn't win the title. The second time was a complete fucking failure, and you lost. So maybe they should go back and rethink what Triple H or what Roman Reigns wanted to say there. We're talking about WrestleMania. I don't give a fuck where you fought those other guys. I really don't. But Lesnar, you lost to Lesnar. You didn't beat Lesnar twice at WrestleMania. So he told Bill it won't be any different with him. Of course not. Because Vince is going to get you in the main events of a 2-night WrestleMania on Sunday, and he's going to have you be coronated as the man with no negative reaction. I know. So, then Michael Cole showed a tweet from Reigns mocking Goldberg back in January for busting his head open before his matches against the door. So Cole asked why he said it back then. He said, why not? Why not? Wow, Roman, what an elaborate response to Michael Cole's grade A questioning. Roman, why did you tweet out what you said about Goldberg, mocking Goldberg back in January for busting open his head before his matches against a door? Roman says, why not? This is what's leading to a world championship match at the biggest show of the year, folks. Why not? Why not? Vince, why are we getting Roman versus Goldberg when there's a non-existent story for the Universal Championship? Why not? Why not? Vince, why are we getting another SmackDown show after the failure that was SmackDown last week and Monday Night Raw on Monday in front of no audience? After we all know the show sucked. After Dynamite showed you that it could be done. Why not? Why not? JD! Why do you shit on WWE in the midst of a pandemic? Why not? Why not? Why not? I could give you the why nots too. At least mine make fucking sense. You fucking cretins. He called Goldberg a bitch bulldog. A bitch bulldog. This constitutes a Universal Championship match at WrestleMania, folks. And he said he's holding my title that he never earned. Oh, you mean like the title match that you never earned either, Roman? I mean, I don't know what you did. I mean, I'd love for you to tell me. I'd love Vince or Bruce to tell me what Roman did to earn a championship match at WrestleMania. Oh, that's right. He said, I'm next. Oh, that's gotta be it. Or how about the excuse that all the unintelligent fucking specimens of our humanity are using? Well, he never lost the title, JD. He had leukemia, JD. Oh, you mean the title that he gave up a year and a half ago? Now you're worried about getting a title shot a year and a half later at WrestleMania against Bill Goldberg. You are reaching, motherfucker. You might as well be reaching into your fucking mother's asshole and see what you could pull out. You have a better chance of pulling out fucking gold than fucking getting Roman Reigns over in this fucking shit for the Universal Championship. Bitch bulldog. He signed the contract. Goldberg shook his head with intensity and said, listen, punk. Listen, punk. I've been destroying steel doors across the world for years. Yeah, you've been destroying fucking spirits and hope for the last couple of years as well. Every time he came back, Bill. I've been destroying doors all across the world for years with that headbutt. And he said he will be his next victim at WrestleMania. I think I'm going to be the next victim at WrestleMania if I got to sit through any more of this nauseating fucking garbage. He signed the contract and then tossed the table aside and they stared down as the show came to a close. You talk about forced. You talk about an agenda. You talk about fucking unorganic and unnatural in the most uncomfortable ways. Absolutely lame to the utmost degree was that contract signing. I don't know. I still, like I said, the Roman promo, that did everything in WWE's power to have me just fucking hate Roman Reigns all over again. Honestly. It really was a fucking negative against Roman Reigns. Now we got this, and you're trying to sell me on this title match for whatever reason with this forced My God. Where is this intensity? Where is this anger emanating from? What the fuck are they arguing over? What are they arguing over? Why is Roman there? Why is he getting a title match? I don't get it. Why? This match is like the Riddler in Batman. It's like Batman solving one of the Riddler's riddles as Riddler's overtaking Gotham. Why? Why is Roman getting a Universal Championship match at WrestleMania? Where is this anger coming from between Roman and Goldberg? Riddle me this, Batman. I don't know. Good luck fucking cracking that code. Gotham will be engulfed in fucking flames before you figure out the fucking answer. Jesus Christ! Yet I'm the one who complains. Yet I am the one who complains for no reason. Or maybe you should stop sucking cock over mediocrity. I'm done. I'm getting the fuck out. How long have I been here? Jesus Christ. How long have I fucking been here for this shit? Over an hour. We got basically nothing on this show. I came on here for over an hour and I was more entertaining than a 2-hour fucking production of WWE SmackDown. How the world works nowadays in 2020, I don't know. There you go. You're welcome. Put me on WrestleMania night. I'll be more entertaining than anybody in the fucking ring. Put me in the audience. I'll show you what fucking WrestleMania should be about. I'm getting the hell out of here, man. Off the Script, live on the channel now. Go and check it out. Off the Script on Saturday, 5 p.m. You don't want to miss it either. We're going to talk about everything we can review WWE, including some more WrestleMania news leading into WrestleMania 36. Until then, thank you guys so much. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. And I will see you right back here with Off the Script on Saturday afternoon. See you guys. Riddle me this, Batman. Riddle me this, Batman. Why will WrestleMania blow dick? Oh, you guys know the answer to that one. That's an easy one. That is a fucking easy one.